Joining me in studio, I find this industry one of the hottest, and people say it's under the radar. It is explosive. Matthew Mills is joining us. You are the president and CEO of?
I'm actually the president and COO.
Oh, COO. Okay, got it.
Chairman of the board of MedX Inc.
Okay, let's do this again. President. Let's see the title. Go for it.
Matthew Mills, president and COO of MedX Inc.
What is MedX Inc.?
MedX Inc. is a medical cannabis company where we specialize in research and development, an information network, as well as cultivation.
Now, I want to make sure people understand this industry is red hot right now.
It is.
Why right now?
Well, you know, it may seem like we're in this right now, but we've actually been focused on this for almost 3 years. We've been educating ourselves in cultivation. I have a multitude of education behind me. I'm actually an agricultural pest management specialist here in the state of California, licensed by agriculture to pest manage. And that's really how this product kind of evolved. We registered this product after a ton of research, a ton of work in the field. Actually, Nature-Cide actually has a service that services homes and commercial properties outside of the cannabis arena as well.
And when we say this industry is big, let's first look at the United States. Okay, let's look at the cannabis industry in the United States. How many states so far have legalized medical cannabis?
Well, there's 23 states that have some sort of legalization going on, and there is a whole bunch of others. It's into the almost 40 states now that have something on the ballot for 2016, and there's a lot of movement everywhere, especially here in California. It's being the biggest market, California. You know, everybody said, hey, why wasn't California first? Why wasn't California first? But there's so little oversight in place or money for oversight for things like we've developed these products for that it's not going to be as fast as everybody wants to be because we've got to get oversight in place.
But I think it's important the processes we're going through too to legitimize everything, correct?
Absolutely. We are striving for legitimacy, and what we're doing as a group and the talent that we've gathered around this company is really to play on the future. You know, we're not right now. We're the future. That's what we're planning. We're planning on the future. And the first thing we needed to do was get a digital media platform in place to start informing people, a place where they can go, where they can trust what they hear. And that's what the Marijuana Times is all about. So
let's go to the current situation right now when it comes to the cannabis world, okay? And that is the product itself. First, there is a medical component to this. People have to realize, because I know there's some friends of mine, they're saying that's horrible. It's only for stoners and stuff. That's not the case.
That's not the case.
Not at all. Okay, so let's bring people up to date right now. There's legitimacy behind the whole medical marijuana side of things.
Yes.
It's legitimate. I know people that are fully recovered because of it. Okay, yes. It's real. But the biggest problem also is knowing where the product comes from and the consistency of the product. Do you agree with me on that?
Absolutely.
And to know how things are grown, we don't really have a system to really know or to authenticate the products, or do we?
Well, I'll tell you, we got involved in this because we wanted to make it a real legitimate focus, right, and legitimize the business. So in order to do that, we have to bring professionals on board to help us get it to that level. There's people in our management team, such as our physician CEO, Dr. David Toomey, our CFO, Ron Chorzewski. These guys have huge track records, really lengthy track records. These guys have never smoked any marijuana, ever.
Never?
Ever. No, never. So for them to be a CEO and a CFO of a cannabis company, there's got to be a reason that's happening.
There has to be.
And the reason it's happening is because what we've witnessed as a group. This team of people throughout our whole company has recognized what medicinally marijuana can do. When you take a patient, a cancer patient, a patient that's stressed out all the time, a patient that's got just a myriad of pain, that's just not happy, quality of life isn't there. And Dr. Toomey, our CEO, has a lot of experience with that. He's a hospice care physician as well, end-of-life care physician.
And he's found cannabis obviously helps cope with all this.
Cannabis has taken patients right in front of us and made them smile. made them have less pain, made them so they can have a conversation without being like, I don't want to have this conversation. Just giving them an attitude adjustment where it made them happier.
Matthew, tell me exactly then on MedX, what are the product lines do you focus on?
Well, the first and foremost product line, and there's two that are going to be released this year. We've been working on one for 4 or 5 years, and that's the product you see in front of you. This is the Nature-Cide, all-purpose the concentrate as well as insecticide. And this is a product that kills basically all types of insects on contact, not just insects that are for cultivation, but insects in general. So this product works not only for farming and cultivating of cannabis, but it works for your home. It works for your commercial business. It works for whatever you have pests, insects. This product wipes it out, such as hospitality and pest control.
So why wouldn't it be marketed as a general purpose for everything? Why are you going niche into the cannabis industry?
Well, we are actually, this product is already in hospitality. It's
everywhere then, right?
It's being used for hotels for the bed bug epidemic that we're suffering right now across the nation.
Right.
And it's a big epidemic. As a pest control specialist, I go and demonstrate all the time. We also have it in pest control, going national right now. And as we go into the cultivation arena for cannabis, we're releasing another product. It's an insecticidal soil that we've developed so that we can give cultivators the ability to go from sproutling all the way to full flower and harvest by using the soil and using this product. They won't need anything else. This is a full solution from literally the seedling all the way to a fully mature harvested plant.
Is anyone doing that?
No. Nobody is doing that.
I've never heard of that before.
It's brand new. We filed for patent protection on any type of soil medium, growing medium that's infused with any type of insecticide, not just our formulation, but if somebody tries to copy it, like putting poison or some of the other insecticides, they'd be infringing.
They're not going to do that. Okay. No. Again, the website, if people want to find out more, what's the website?
To learn about the company, it's medx-rx.com.
So what I want you to do is when we come back, let's talk about where you see the future of everything. And actually, you're looking at funding your company in a very unique way, aren't you?
We are.
And I want to talk about that because it's very exciting.
It is exciting.
Because you, of course, are proving that you're in the front of everything. You're funding your company in a very next generation way, and you're looking at the industry in a very next generation way.
Absolutely.
This is exciting. It really is. It's Ken Rutkowski, Business Rockstars, connecting you to everything entrepreneur. Matthew Mills is joining us. Matthew, you have a quote, right? What's your favorite quote?
Sometimes nature needs a little science.
What does that mean?
Well, like our Nature-Cide product, a lot of people would think, oh, is that about, marijuana and cannabis and, industrial hemp? And no, it really isn't. That tagline was developed for our 100% natural pesticide, which is made from essential oils and other natural ingredients. And the science of it is the reason why it evolved.
Got it. Okay. So I am super impressed, like I said, because you're trying things out that are not typical in your industry. Okay. First thing is you have product lines that don't exist anywhere else. You guys have patented product lines. Okay.
Yes.
Second, you're raising money in a very new way, and that's around the whole crowdfunding direction.
Yes.
We're not talking about Kickstarter or Indiegogo. We're talking about equity crowdfunding.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And can we talk about this? Because you really are the first cannabis company to be approved to move forward in this, aren't you?
Yes. We were given the ability to go effective by the SEC in late November. We started focusing hardcore on it in December and launched our platform on the Start Engine crowdfund equity platform and taking reservations. We're currently taking reservations. After 3 weeks, we're about $1.1 million and over 600 different participants. This stems from the Jobs Act, which we've been studying for
years.
Since 2011.
Right.
My core competency is actually capital infusion and organization of companies. So I've raised capital for a multitude of companies. Starting back in the turn of the millennium in 1999, I was part of a .com. I raised and managed $20 million on that project. It turned into a $200 million revenue stream and a $600 million market capitalization. So,
but this is a new way of raising.
And this was when this started to happen in 2011, this was our dream. This was my dream to be able to say, okay, I've got to follow every step of this Jobs Act, every turn that's made. As soon as the general solicitation rule came out in 2013, September 23rd, 2013, by October 1st, I was filing and raising capital with a team of people, general soliciting over the phone. So
you're ready to go.
We're on it.
Can you use a term? You said people are, if you go to Start Engine, you're able to take did you say reservation?
Yes.
Explain what that means.
So right now we're waiting for the final steps of the entities like FINRA and the SEC. The SEC has already given us the clearance to go ahead and structure and do all the things. Now FINRA, along with the market maker, are doing all their background checks, making sure everything is clean, and we've got no bad actors involved in our company or next to our company, which we don't. So that process is being finalized. We give that to FINRA, and then they give us the open door to say, okay, start bringing in that money that you've taken reservations for. So that should happen over the next 10 days or so.
In some ways, you're being scrutinized more than anyone else right now,
yes.
Which in most ways legitimize you even more.
Yes, we
Does that
are
make sense what I'm saying?
We are 100% being scrutinized beyond even what you can imagine. It is a full, every rock being turned over, every email being looked at, our financials being gone through. It is a serious amount of due diligence being done to just show that we are who we say we are.
So as an investor, looking at an opportunity like what you are, this should be very exciting to an investor.
I am, because we're bringing in investors that aren't investors. Okay, we are not bringing in the people that are making reservations right now. These are not people that have, $300,000 portfolios that take, a $10,000 flyer. They're non-accredited. This is everyday people. If you make $4,200 a year, you can invest $420 in our company legitimately and get yourself 700 shares and take a little gamble. Investing is a gamble.
Of course it is.
But this is a place where people that normally would never get a chance to participate in an IPO or a private offering, they're seeing this and they're saying, I want $420 worth of this stock. I'll take a chance. I spend more than that when I go to Vegas.
I got to make sure people understand. If you go to startengine.com, you can find MedX on there. You could find, there's a great video that explains you, your company, your idea, your vision. I really want to say it's a great video.
Oh, thank you.
Because videos are super important. Because when it's crafted right, it tells the whole story. And your video's there. And right from the platform there, you can participate in what you're doing in MedX. This is very exciting. You're going to be excited.
I'm excited. I have to take a step back. We passed $1 million in reservations yesterday. We rang our bell in the office. But
Do you really have a bell in the office?
I do.
Oh, okay.
I do. We celebrate a lot because we have a lot of accomplishments underneath our belts as entrepreneurs. This group of people, we are entrepreneurs, and we've had a lot of success in our life. Our physician, Dr. Toomey, as our CEO, this is somebody who's been a physician for 25 years. Ron Trzewski, our CFO, he's got a 35-year track record in Silicon Valley.
You've got a great team.
I've got an incredible team.
So you raise all this money. What do you do with it?
The first thing we're going to do is we're going to take both the soil and the Nature-Cide product and market it in a very, very big way. We don't really need to build anything. We've got a beautiful facility. We've got, a nice laboratory. We've got all the equipment in the laboratory. It's now time to market the products as the ancillary side of the business, create revenue while driving our big brand, which is the marijuanatimes.org. The Marijuana Times, that's our brand. We're going to take that to the next level. Already in the last 30 days, we've had over 1 million visits, unique visits to the site. It's continuing to grow. I would say we will be the leading trafficked marijuana-themed website in the world here shortly.
How long will it take to get rid of the negative stigma around that word?
When they move it to a Schedule II drug instead of a Schedule I drug, that's when there's probably going to be less of a stigma.
When will that happen?
I predict within 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah, I predict within 2 years. And that's when they're kind of putting everything on the ballot for 2018 to be, the time where the rules and regulations will come out for licensing to be a distributor, to be a testing facility, to be a distributor and to be a manufacturer.
How about this? Also, do you feel, and this goes specifically with your product line, when the government can validate that everything is safe for consumers too? So when they buy a product, it goes through a process knowing that it's safe to use. Because this is very important to you, right? Because the pesticides that are out there, a lot of people are using it. It's unsafe.
Well, we're doing it now. This product right here.
The all-purpose.
Yeah, the all-purpose product. We registered the product in 39 states in 2014 to be sold as a pesticide or as an insecticide. We automatically, because of what it is made out of, and it is 100% natural, following all the rules of how the label's supposed to read, and registering with the state and paying them their small registration fee, it automatically got approved by the Department of Agriculture in Colorado for the use on cannabis. So these things are happening to us.
But how do I know my grower that I uses your product?
Well, right now, there isn't any oversight. There is in Colorado. Colorado, yeah, they're shutting down farms. They're capturing dirty edibles. They're capturing all types.
Don't you think this is important?
It's very important. And this is why we've developed this. We're giving, for a very, very low cost, we're giving the cultivator the ability to get away from these poisons. And the reason they're doing it, okay, and they're still doing it. And we know this because when we see a grow, I know as soon as I see a grow if they're using pesticides. And it's not a smell, it's the visual. I know when you see them growing in a room and you see plants right smack next to each other with a net over it, looks like a net, they call it a trellis. And they put several layers of this trellis in the room when the plants grow, so the plants don't fall over when they start to flower. When they're that close together and they're trellised, what that means is they can't get in there to treat and look and care for each plant. They're growing in bulk.
So it's too far along through the process.
Yeah, well, it's not that it's too far along in the process. They're not doing it in a way where they can control it.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
When you just grow something in bulk and shove it all in a room and say grow and don't get in there and trim and don't get in there and take care of your plants and you just let them kind of grow wildly, you're going to get pests. You have to be able to, just like when you go out to the farms in Oxnard.
You're so passionate about it. I love it. But you are. You really are. And that's why I love seeing a founder of a company showing passion for an industry, regardless what the industry is. You're passionate about this.
I love what I do.
Yeah,
I love what I do.
that.
I'm blessed. I have an incredible career. I've got incredible support. My family system is amazing. We've got some really great things going on.
I kind of feel like where Uber had massive challenges because they were disruptive. You're in a disruptive industry.
Absolutely.
And you have massive challenges in front of you, but you are eager and excited to topple all those issues.
Well, we've got a couple of things that are very positive. You know, if you look at the Marijuana Times and understand the Marijuana Times, the advertising medium that we have there is going to help the industry. The industry right now, you can't advertise on Facebook. You can't advertise in Google. You can't advertise at Yahoo. You can't advertise anywhere any marijuana-related products. It doesn't even matter, just a related product.
In Marijuana Times you can.
But in Marijuana Times, we're building a platform and driving eyeballs that's going to be valuable to companies that are looking to grow their businesses and bring some knowledge to what they're doing. And there's so many companies. You'd be so amazed at these amazing companies that myself and my editor-in-chief are running into when we go to these shows. They're just incredible companies that have incredible people around them, but they got no way to get their word out there about them.
I love it. I'm so impressed. MedX, you want to find out more about the crowdfunding campaign that's going on right now?
You can go to our website. Actually, it links right to the crowdfunding page.
You can do that.
And that's medx-rx.com.
Go there. And again, you've partnered with Start Engine. We love those people over at Start Engine. And this is an exciting time. I bet you're going to be ringing the bell often over the next couple of weeks.
It's a humbling experience. We have a responsibility now, and it's not about, at first it was like, great, wow, look at all this stuff that's happening. Let's celebrate. It's not about celebrating anymore. It's really about the responsibility of crowdfunding, the responsibility of cannabis as a business here in America, making it so we make a mark so others can follow and others can have success as well.
Good way to do that. Matthew, thanks a lot for hanging out with us.
Hey, thanks for having me.